Welcome to the Boxing Now podcast. I am your host, that dude named Dave, and sitting to my left is my right hand man, Jorge. How's it going, man?
Doing great, man. Glad to be with you today.
Yeah, man, we switching this up here, a little bit different episode. We are doing our interview series here, and today we have young, up and coming prospect Josh, the Real War Jones. What's going on, bro? Man, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? I appreciate y'all for having me.
Hey, man, it's good to have you on, man. Your team had reached out to us, man, saying you got an upcoming fight coming up and said, hey, man, let's get them on. Let's talk some boxing. Let's chop it up and let's see what's going on with the Philadelphia native, you know?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, so first of all here, man, I just want to ask, I was just looking at everything that's going on. So we got a fight that was rescheduled for July. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Can you give us the exact date on that for everybody checking it out right now?
July 24th.
All right, all right. So I'm looking. Do you know who your opponent is?
For my fights, my training them be knowing. I don't ask.
Okay. Oh, you got this. Hey, they line them up. You knock them down, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So I wanted to ask this question. I didn't want this interview to be like other interviews. They asked the certain questions I mentioned in pre-production, like, "Hey, what you do?" No. Let's get right into it. COVID messed a lot of boxes up, and I see that you haven't had a fight unknown in quite a long time. So how have you navigated, during this issue of training and not able to get a fight, things of that nature? How have you been able to handle the downtime?
You know, at first when COVID hit, it was like it was bad because I didn't have no outlet, so I had to sit and deal with my emotions and learn how to gain control of my emotions without being in the gym. Being able to handle like life setting, as you can say, So at first it was hard, and then I overcame and then got myself together, and by then they started opening up the gyms. Like I always been like I'm a runner, so I
Oh, you
always
are
been running. Yeah,
like track and field.
yeah. Like
Okay.
I like to run track. I ain't no on no track and field team, but I like
Okay.
I just like to go jogging. Like I would run whatever. If I got a lot on my mind, I'll run long distance, long miles, like 8, 9 miles, stuff like that. So I always like leveled myself out during the time. So when they finally opened up the gym, I was cool. I was good to go.
That's good to hear. Jorge, you got a follow-up question on that, or you want to go to the next one here?
So I mean, outside of the fact that you couldn't get to the gym and stuff, you know, what would get you? What things would get in your life and stuff? I didn't get anything particular and stuff like that. But what would be what gets you out, right? What gets you out to when to go out for a run and stuff during COVID time, and especially not during the things are open now.
Just thinking like where I want to be. I think about where I want to be in the ring as far as like with boxing. Wanting to be great with it. So that's where I went to jump out, go running, and do things because I knew I wanted to be great.
That's what's up.
So when you talk about being great, so give us a description. Like how was your amateur background? How was your amateur career there?
I had a great amateur career. With me fighting like I always hold on one second.
Oh, no problem.
I always like I've been to every national tournament, losing in the quarterfinals, semifinals, stuff like that, but I always made it to the nationals and tournaments I went to. So I had a great like amateur background, fought a lot of great fighters that are greats now and that are soon to be greats. So my amateur background was great.
So from your amateur background, when and there's ups and downs with the amateur background. I mean, you rarely find a guy that has a perfect amateur background these days and stuff. So with the, like you mentioned that you had some losses and stuff. I mean, so how did you learn from some of those losses? What did you gain out of that from that experience, and what have you done to I guess address whatever caused that loss that night?
I always gain like I was down, but I always gained I want to fight him again. Like I wanted to, I learned from my mistakes. I always watch my videos to be able to see what I could have capitalized, what I could have done more. What was I in there doing wrong? You know, not letting my hands go enough to looking at like what type of style I fought that fight that night and stuff like, and how could I change things, you know, with myself every time. Like me and just not even just me, because it's all you got a corner. So me and my two trainers, you know, they always help me in that and help me get back and come back even better than what I did that night.
All right. So you mentioned styles. I was looking up there. You know, you're a southpaw. So do you have a particular fighter that you may emulate, or you looked at that fighter's like, I like that style, even though you may not fight like them, but you kind of took bits and pieces from them?
Terrence Crawford.
Oh, Bud. Okay.
Yeah.
Bud's your guy.
My guy. My
Mean
favorite.
streak.
Yeah. So it's like I pick a lot up from him. You know, because he always switched to the southpaw side. He always
Yes, he does.
He back and forth, but he dominates on the southpaw side. So
True.
I always like looked at him and like study little things that he do and how he went when he switched to southpaw, and like his jab. I like his jab, how he uses angles at times, you know, and he know how to go get you.
True. So since you mentioned Bud, how's your orthodox style then? Since you're southpaw, since you go back and you see he goes back and forth, and in the past we've been looking at Bud Crawford's fights, he seemed like he waits like the second, third, or fourth round. And it seems like now he just goes straight to southpaw and then he'll pick the spots. So since you like his style, like orthodox style, is it the same type of style that you said with Bud, or do you use like other fighters in that instance?
When I use orthodox, when I switch over to orthodox, I fight in the inside orthodox.
Okay.
I ain't like my outside game. Like I can throw a jab or a street right hand, but when I'm orthodox, I like the inside. You would never know when I switch orthodox, though. You would never know unless you're paying attention to my feet, unless you're really watching me.
Since you said that, are you naturally right-handed?
Nah.
Okay. Okay, I just want to ask, because I know a lot of fighters recently, because, you know, they're naturally right-handed, but their left hand is dominant strong, so they naturally do that switch. So I was kind of curious if that's maybe the case for you.
I'm strong in both hands. Like, both of my hands are strong, but
okay,
when I switch, I dominate the inside.
Cool.
Yeah, it's funny that you asked that question, because I'm a naturally right-handed guy, but from a baseball point of view, I'm swinging the bat left-handed, and if I'm boxing, I'm actually boxing as a southpaw. My strong hand's on my right hand, so my jab is where my strong hand's going to be at.
Yeah.
So that's it's interesting that he asked that question, and I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, okay, all right, cool. So when you mentioned the orthodox style and fighting the inside and stuff, how do you feel your approach is right now if you had to fight an orthodox style on the outside, right? Is that a part of your game that you're working on?
That's what I'm working on. You know, I'm working on getting better on my outside on an orthodox stance. Like, it's gonna come. You know, I just give it time and just keep working on it.
Is it anything particular? Is it more of the style of that orthodox stance, your footwork, how you have to circle a different direction in that case?
Yeah, it's like the direction. That's what it gets me at the time, you know.
Now you're fighting in junior welterweight, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
I want to get your opinion. Let's throw a little curveball here. Did you watch the unification fight on ESPN with Taylor Ramirez? Did you catch that? Kind of curious. What'd you think about Taylor's performance? Since he's in your division, I don't know if you plan on being in junior welterweight for a while, but if you did get the opportunity, he's the man you're shooting for technically right now.
I like Taylor's performance. I liked it a lot. You know, he showed me different, you know, from the Pro Grease fight until now. You know, he showed me like he here, like this is division, like basically, like as of right now, because he unified. So
Yeah,
so you know he's the second undisputed besides Bud Crawford at 140 now, right, Jorge?
Yeah. So a follow up on what Dave asked there. Ramirez in that fight, he lost the fight, but what did you think he could have done differently there to change the outcome of that fight? Have you had anything if you thought he could have done something different?
I think he could have done more. You know, I think he could have done more. And to me, he more flat-footed now.
Yeah, it was kind of
flat-footed.
Yeah, it didn't seem like the movement in the lateral was there. Did you think Did you think that Taylor's power was really that much for Ramirez? Like, because his jab was popping, like
Yeah.
and he has that longer reach. And I was kind of curious about your reach, and you was noticing that. So,
Yeah.
did you notice like the power in his jab? That was really affecting him.
His power made Ramirez respect him, and Ramirez gave him too much respect. It's good to be aware, but it's not good for you to give someone too much respect in it.
Now, I got a question here. Another left turn here. I don't want to do regular interviews here now. I always joke around that people disrespect boxers all the time. That's why we're doing a podcast. People don't give boxers no love. And I tell people, even an average fighter who could be 18 and 12 would whoop anybody's ass in the street every day who smokes blunts and drinks 40s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So do you have a hard time when you tell people, it's like, I'm a professional boxer, I'm grinding? Do people look at you differently? Do they, like, it's a stigma with fighters nowadays, especially unlike back in the day. So I'm just kind of curious, do you feel any disrespect? I know Philly's a different breeding ground, but
people don't even think I'm a professional fighter. They just be like you lying. I be like, yo, I'm a professional fighter. Like, I be having a show on my Instagram and my fights and stuff. They be like, because people don't believe it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, because I'm like so humble and calm and cool that they like, you box, like, for real?
I'm
like, yeah.
See, I reason why I asked that, because people like to try the wrong people, and I know that you probably. I know you've been in situations where, like, hey, I got these hands. Yeah, I know you don't say it. I know you don't gotta say it, but in your head. Oh, you don't? Okay, good.
You almost have to treat your hands like if you were like a hand model. You're like, you know what? I want to use these hands on you, but I need them for my work, for my career.
Yeah.
Quick question now. Let's. I'm sorry. Did you have another question for me? I want to switch it up again. You in Philadelphia, man. If I get in your car right now, who you rocking? Meek Mill or
Roots?
The Roots.
Meek.
All right. What's the music scene in Philly right now for you, man?
Bro, I listen to everybody. Like, I listen to a lot of Lil Durk.
Okay, Chicago.
Lil Baby. I listen to Core. He is a guy from Philly. That's his name Core.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of him. Lil Uzi. Young Thug. Yeah, I listen to a lot of good people.
See, the reason why I bring that up, because you're in training right now. So I'm kind of curious, are those the artists that's playing the training camp right now? Because I know I have different moods when I'm working out or if I'm in a car, whatever the case may be. So when you are getting into it right now, are those the artists you're bumping into right now when you get into that mean streak, or there's somebody else you listening to?
Yeah, I'm listening to a lot of Durk.
Okay.
A lot of
Lil Durk. Yeah.
Who else I listen to? A lot of NBA Youngboy.
Okay.
A lot of him just to get me in that mean streak.
Yeah.
So, question here. So, for your trajectory, right? So COVID derailed a lot of maybe the progress that you wanted to get to and stuff. So, I mean, how many times you looking to fight per year and stuff, right? So this fight will be in July. You got another 6 more months left.
Yeah.
Are you targeting? What's the number of fights you're looking for before the end of the year?
For the end of the year, at least 4 more.
Oh, okay. We're seeing some work now. Okay.
Yeah. I wanted more than that, but I already had a fight. I fought in January of this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that on the Boxing Rec.
Yeah. So at least 4 more after that, just to get a little six fight mark.
That's good to hear. That's one of the things that we talk about on the show is activity with young fighters, and especially you're trying to get your chops. You're in shape, doing what you gotta do, but there's so many different styles that you're not ready to see until you see it. You might be ready for it. It's just about getting that activity, just visually seeing the other man put that to you in the ring. So that's good to hear that you're gonna put like 4 or 5 fights this year, because that is huge for development. I'm glad to hear that.
So who's your promotional companies? Is just your trainer that's helping you set up the fights, or are you working with a promotional company?
It's just right now. It's just my trainer. My trainer pick fights on people cards in Philly, or anywhere people want me on the cards. My trainer calling the shots right now.
So a I guess so. So along the way, if a promotional, nice, tier one promotional company comes looking around and offer you a contract and stuff, who would you want that company? Who would you want to work for? Right? Be having doing the promotion work for you.
Where it make the most sense,
Okay, that's good answer. Good answer.
Good answer.
No matter who they are, they just got to make the most sense.
Exactly. Yeah, good answer.
Don't sing yourself out.
Exactly.
I like to hear that here. So for your trajectory here at junior welterweight, do you see yourself staying here for a hot minute, or do you see yourself going to welterweight soon, or how does your body handling the weight right now?
Since I packed on a lot of weight, during when the corona started and stuff, So I'm working my way back down. I'm actually a 135-pound fighter.
Oh wow. Okay. Lightweight.
Yes. So I'm actually trying to get myself back in the swing of things. Once I start getting more into it, like I fought at 47, the fight in January. This fight, I'm trying to take it at 40. And if I feel myself like feeling good, when I win, if I weigh in at like 138, 137, I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down to 30, back to 35. I'm just trying to work it and see if I'm gonna my body gonna react the same.
How'd your body feel? How do you think your body felt at 147 there in January? Right? How did it feel? The power, your movements and stuff. I mean, did it feel good to be there?
Strong. I was there. I was strong. I felt real strong.
So then, curiously, so you're fighting at 140, but running at 135. I mean, are you feeling better at a lower weight than 147, or?
I weighed in at 143 though. They didn't say that. I weighed 143, so that's why I'm like, hold up, like damn, I fight 143, and I was eating a lot. I was eating good actually for that fight.
Okay.
So I'm like, hold up, let me get on my healthy eating, and try and go down to see what 140 do,
Yeah. So you felt your power did not translate. You didn't feel any loss in there. Your speed looked good. Even sees you going 135. So you just naturally feel just good and strong to handle just that extra weight loss, but you're still able to generate that power and speed is what you're saying then, correct?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's why I'm like, let me see what 3 more pounds gonna do. I weighed in at 43.
There we go.
Hey, and you can always put it back on nighttime, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But if I feel weak, then I am like, nah, I can't do it.
I
just want to see.
Yeah. So with this, I'm kind of curious now. What is your reach? Have you checked? I was able to check that here. I'm just gathering information here right now. So.
I ain't checked. I got a long reach, though. I got a long reach, bro.
Okay. That's another question I asked with long reach. Can you tell people out here how much a jab hurts? Just the average people don't understand. Like I brought it earlier about disrespecting boxers. I remember one fight, the first fight that I said that I witnessed a jab so hard was in 2013 when I was at the Floyd Mayweather Canelo weekend. And I forgot who fought before Errol Spence when he was young. And I forgot that this guy landed, and you just heard the echo. And I was like, God damn. So I just want you to explain to people. You're a young prospect in the game right now. You've been hit by jabs and you've thrown jabs. Can you just tell them that a jab will knock the average dude out?
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. I see it in the gym all the time. I've been behind it. A jab, the average dude will go to sleep from a jab.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, timing is everything with the jab. But that timing hits, though, it's you can go down pretty quick without realizing it.
Yo, we're getting close to the interview here. We know you got a lot of training going on here right now. So we're going to end up with this, unless you had a question here, Jorge, before I close out.
I think there was one more question I wanted to segue off.
Yeah.
You know which question.
Yeah. So this is a little bit more lighthearted here. So we were talking on our last episode regarding Rocky. All right. I'm a Rocky 3 fan. Mr. T. All day. He basically
muscle lips. Let's get it right. Muscle lips.
Hey, he gave my man a heart attack. Killed Rocky's manager. I'm all about that. Like in real life, Rocky would not have got the rematch anyway. If he did, he got his ass whooped. Right? Yeah. He's Rocky 2. His nephew's Rocky 4. What are you? Are you a Rocky fan? And what's your favorite Rocky movie now?
My favorite Rocky is when he fought the Russian.
Oh, Rocky 4.
Rocky 4.
Okay, so he's on your nephew's side.
It was a good one. It was a good one, but I still like 2 better. 4 was good though.
I'm with Mr. T, man, because
You might be the only one with Mr. T.
Man, I'm a black boxer wearing gold chains and disrespecting a whole bunch of people and being unapologetic about it. That is my thing. And then telling his wife, "You need a real man." That's what I'm. Man, come on, man. That's just me. I'm sorry.
That's the shit talking you like in you. That's what it is, though.
Let me tell you something, Josh. I am the type of fighter that a fighter athlete shows your emotions. I'm not the type of guy that says, it's cool that you have your Harville, your lunch bucket, and you says, "Hey, have a nice day." Like you said, do you like Bud Crawford? I like the mean streak when it just comes out and you say, "F it, I'm whooping your ass," because that's what fighting is. You in the ring, 20 by 20, 18 by 18, whatever's negotiated, and basically saying, "I'm gonna impose my will on you," and that's what Mr. T said. You need a real man, Adrian. Sorry, I went on a tangent like that.
No, you good.
had to switch it up there.
Yeah.
But it was good having you on, Josh, man. Once again, can you tell us your next up-and-coming fight right now?
Yeah, July 24th, back in the ring at 2300 Arena in Philadelphia.
All right. And do you have any social media tags?
Yes, follow me on Instagram at Josh the Boxer. On Facebook, Joshua the Real War Jones. Twitter, Josh the Boxer. Whatever else, everything else is all Josh the Boxer.
That's what's up,
with a DA, not the.
Duh. You got that DA, people.
DA.
So what we want to do, Josh, after your fight, if you got some time, we might want to have you come back on. We can throw the clip on here for you and get some highlights on the show for and see how you feel after the fight and what's going next for you,
Yeah, yes, sir. Let's go, man. I'll be great. I'll be glad to do it.
All right. So for the Boxing Now podcast, we have Josh, the Real War Jones. He's fighting in July, people. Junior welterweight, could be 135. We'll see. You know how to weight the power feels. Basically you're saying 135, 140, 147, y'all can get it. That's what he's saying. That can get this to work. So for everybody here, this is Jorge.
And one more thing.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Happy Father's Day to you, Josh.
That's right.
You enjoy Father's Day?
Too.
Yes. So we're checking out here this interview of the Boxing Now podcast with Jorge, aka Papa. I am that dude named Dave with Josh the Real War Jones, and we're out of here.
Yes,
Peace.
Sir.